Hey guys, Solar here, back in with another review, and today we're having a look at the Transformers Studio Series Leader Class, Grimlock. Let's get into it. Alrighty guys, now as I said before, today we're having a look at Grimlock, and as you can tell, I did not zoom out at all. Because there really is no room to zoom out. This dude is so massive. I mean, he's big. So, we're just going to get right into the size comparisons. Because you're probably thinking, oh my god, he's so huge. Well, let's just say, you're not exactly going to be using him as a steed. He's big, but he's not big enough. And trust me, I've seen this. You just want to do this. Plop him on there. I mean, it looks kind of cool, but it's ridiculous. I preferred him more as a massive Big R's T-Rex mount than a little junior freaking one. Junior. I guess you want to see what he looks like next to some other dudes that he's actually met, because Ratchet was dead at this point. There he is next to Bumblebee. He's also way too big. And then Crowbar, actually. Put in Crowbar. Crowbar is not to scale. And then the last one is a little pain in the butt. Freaking ninja stars keep falling off them. At least they have on mine, of course. There he is next to Stinger. Let's move him out of the way. Stinger. Oh, you get the point. Stinger's short. Stinger's like way too short, and his stupid freaking... These stupid things have been popping off. Insane. It's insane. Like, what the heck? I don't even remember how they're supposed to go anymore. I put them this other way because it seemed to be holding the freaking things on there. Let's try that. Collapse them inwards. Yeah, the one's super loose. It doesn't fall off when I shake it, so maybe it'll stay on there. I doubt it. But, yeah. Grimlock, in terms of his articulation, his jaw will actually open and close. One click. His arms, his little teeny arms, are on ball joints. So you do some stuff with that. This whole section, I think, rotates. Never mind. I thought it would. Heck. Okay, I guess it doesn't want to. Oh, it does. It's just clicky. His legs will move around. Ratchets. Move forward and back a little bit. He's got double jointed knees. And he's got some ball joints in the feet. As you can tell here. Ball joints. And then the tail. You can do what you want with the tail, but the tail is kind of crap. So, yeah. This part bends, I guess, but it doesn't look right when you bend it. So with that in mind, I think it's about time we get this dude in a robot mode and see how he stacks up there. Now, I will say, I don't know if this is going to be the second last or the last review I do for this line until I find the new ones, because I still haven't seen the Megatron Brawl and the Jazz and Lockdown or the Ironhide or any of them. I haven't seen any of those. But when I do find them, I will pick them up and I will review them, because I really do like this line. I think this dude, though, I think he's taking the cake for me as my favorite, and you'll see why in just a moment. So that being said, let's get him into robot mode. Well, this other robot mode. And here we have Grimlock in his robot mode. Now, like I said before, I don't know if this is going to be uploaded before or after the Blackout review, but this dude is definitely my favorite figure in the line. He's the most easy to transform next to Starscream, and the robot mode is very, very impressive. Well, both modes are very, very impressive. Now, the T-Rex mode, I didn't mention it, but it is a little bit on the gappy side. But other than that, it's really, really good. Now, I will tell you one little thing. I like how they did this. This is actually fake head. They use it for the tail, the outer part of the tail. So that's a nice little touch there. But yeah, outside of having a little bit more soft PVC than I'd prefer, and it's not even like the most... Like Stinger had soft PVC, but it wasn't this soft. It feels stiffer now than I first did, but I prefer to leave that down so it doesn't get warped, even though it's not necessarily accurate. I kind of wish this was not soft PVC, but maybe a little bit, something a little better. But whatever, I suppose. Safety regulations and crap. We don't want someone getting sued now. It's just Hasbro. But articulation, his head will move all over the place. It's on a pretty good ball joint. This piece kind of rocks around. It's a headpiece, so you kind of just want to lock it down and do it that way. I mean, really no other way to do it. So, yeah. His arms will move around and out. Like that. Down. He's got a hinge at the elbow and actually hinges the right way instead of like the Voyager, it hinges inward. It's stupid. I don't know what this is for. I just tend to collapse it down when his arm is bent. Nothing at the wrist here, but the wrist on this hand does actually rotate. Found that out last night actually. So that's a nice little touch. I like that. His waist actually rotates. Not a common occurrence. His hips don't move out. Move forward and back. He's got, I guess you could say a double knee, but he really just has a single. Moves a little bit, and then he's got the ball jointed feet, which are carried over from the dinosaur mode. So overall, really well articulated. You can probably get him in some pretty dynamic poses. We'll see that in a minute here when I do the final thoughts. But scale-wise, trying to compare him to the rest of the line, because I think I am going to make this the last review. Even if it's out of order, I don't really give a crap. So, with that being said, here he is next to Optimus again. It's pretty big, but Optimus is too big. Here he is next to... Ooh, I didn't mean to bop that, dude. Here he is next to Starscream. Again, too big, but... And he just freaking face planted. That's not good. That was a loud face plant. Luckily, it was just a cockpit and his crotch. No paint. Again, a little too big, but okay. Works for me, I guess. Here he is next to Bumblebee. And Ratchet. Sniff, sniff. They never met. I should have did a comparison with all of them in his T-Rex mode, but I was being a poser. That's Optimus again. You don't get two turns. That's not how this works. Here he is next to Stinger, and I don't know. He'd kick the crap out of him. To be completely honest with you, I mean, Stinger doesn't stack up to any of these figures, really. It's very small. Even though he's supposed to be a big version of Bumblebee. And here he is next to good old Crowbar. His clubs I lost because he can't hold them. And then here he is next to the other leader class I reviewed. The only other leader class in the line, actually. Ooh. Just let me straighten them out quick. Said I didn't want to pose him too much because he's a pain in the butt to stand, but then I go and pose him. Curse you, final thoughts and your dynamic posing. His leg was hinged forward too. I think he's where he was at. Even though his arms are a little spread out, that's okay because they're a little spread out anyways. He's a chunky fella. There he is next to Blackout. And as you can see, obviously Blackout's a little short, but freaking this dude here is massive. I mean, this is a leader class. This is like fat Voyager class. Even though I do have his legs spread quite a bit. Maybe I push those. Click. Nah, that ain't gonna work. Maybe that side needs to be pushed in more. There we go. I think now we get a better gist of him. There you go. That really didn't make too much of a difference, but you know what I mean. He's pretty short next to little Grimlock there. So with that out of the way, let's just take a moment to gawk at him. Look at that head sculpt. Absolutely amazing. I think they're doing a fantastic job with the leaders and the Voyagers. The Deluxes could use some work, but I think the leaders have been some of the best for the movies in general, considering what we got past few years for leaders. I'd like to check out the not Age of Extinction Megatron. He wasn't even in that damn movie. Well, he was. He just looked like ass. The Last Night leader Megatron, I would like to pick him up and take a closer look at him. But yeah, this dude is definitely a fantastic piece. My only real gripe with him, he doesn't have a weapon for this hand. Oh well, he's really good all around the other ways. So he may actually be a contender for one of the top figures of the year. Just because it's been a long time since I actually put a Transformer in there. Like a good few years, actually. So this would be a nice change. So that being said, time to move on to final thoughts. Alrighty guys, so wrapping up with final thoughts on Grimlock, and actually this line in general. I really like this line. It's gotten me back into Transformers, something I didn't think was possible at this point, because I've gone adrift into the world of Marvel Legends and trying to deal with finding that crap, but I have to say this line was fun to collect. Transformations weren't too difficult for me to handle. I'd say of all of them, I think Blackout was the most difficult of the bunch. The rest were pretty intricate, but not necessarily the most time consuming, so that's a plus. With this guy right here, this guy is probably the best figure in the line. He's fantastic. His size is massive. He's just as big as a leader class from like 10 years ago, which is awesome to see, even though it would be nice if he was like bigger, but then he'd be like $100 or something stupid like that. But articulation's pretty good. I mean, I did get him in a semi-decent pose here. I wish I could get him in a better one, but it's just he's constricted by his little waist skirt there, and you don't really want to mess with that. So, yeah, I really don't have any words to describe this dude. Just pick him up if you're into these types of things. He's a big freaking robot that turns into a T-Rex. What more do you want? Well, that being said, 10 out of 10 for this dude, easy. And don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Check me out on Instagram at Overlord Productions. And until next time, I'll catch you guys later. Me, Grimlock, badass!